So in this video, we are going to be taking our manual YouTube scraping process from the previous video and automating it using Selenium WebDriver. So first thing we will need is an IDE, and we'll be using VS Code for that. You're free to use whatever IDE you want, but for everything we're doing, we'll be using VS Code. Click that first link. You can download for Windows, and you download it, but I already have it downloaded, so I'm not going to download it again. Just upgrade can, why not? Why not? Wait, that's like context menu is when you right click. It's like open this with VS Code. Sure, why not? Okay. So now we have VS Code. So we want to make a new repo. We already have a Selenium bot repo, so we're just gonna, actually, we'll just use that, that's fine. So, let's see, this looks a little different, none of this crap. Windows subsystem, we'll need that later, but, not now. Don't wanna get too distracted. So we'll open a folder, we're gonna open that repo for our Selenium bot. And this is where we're going to work. Yes, trust the authors. There's not in here, but yeah. Trust, then we can open a terminal. If you ran through the Whisper AI tutorial, you should already have Python installed. You can just do Python -- version, and you should get a version, and that means that you have Python installed. It means that you're basically ready to go with Python. Okay, so actually I'm going to rename this to YouTube bot because it's going to be confusing later on. YouTube bot. Good enough. It's like, you can't because it's blah, blah, blah. So you CD ... to go back. We're not using it. We're not even in there. We might have to close it. Let me just close it. Try again. And wonder. Open with code. And it just opens the directory. So that's nice. We're in that folder. What are you talking about, silly? All right, so let's add a file. And we will call this the Selenium bot.py, and that makes it a Python script because it's a .py. So, let's see, open the terminal, things like Control-Shift, a tilde, but you can also go to terminal and do terminal Control-Shift, a tilde. That's the sign next to the left of the number one key. But yeah, so now if we just do print, parentheses, and then do hello world. Okay, so now that we have that there, this dot up here means that it's not saved. You can just Control S. There's an auto save that click into it. An auto save that we could do, but yeah, then you can do type. I don't know what that is. Use Control C. Okay, Python, Selenium tab, and then it prints hello world, and that's a hello world. So we can change the settings so that it will automatically save. He has a dot there. We can go to this gear settings. Let's go to what save. Show me. So auto save is off. We want to turn that after delay. So basically, it'll just automatically save on its own, and that is pretty much all you need, right? So now when we type, go ahead and run it. It says world Z, put another Z, automatically saved. So now we never have to save it again, like on our own. If you don't want that setting, you don't have to do it, obviously, but I find it extremely helpful. For situations where it's like, oh, I just changed that. Why isn't it working? It's like, well, did you save the file? You might spend like 5 minutes trying to figure that out, fucking wasting your time. So I just recommend the autosave. But yeah, whatever reason you might have to not do it, just putting that out there. There was an option to install the recommended package or recommended extension, but yeah, you should. I definitely recommend installing the recommended Python one, 163.8 million. Yep, should be this one. And that'll help with the coloring and stuff for the language. Makes it much easier to, you know, um, to debug and stuff. So, and that's installing. So I would definitely recommend installing that. And now it's done. Okay, so I think this would be a good example of a time to use like AI. Let's go look for Gemini right here. How to print script runtime in hours, minutes, and seconds in Python. Let's see what they give you. They've got the start time and a sleep, and they've got the end time, and they've got the elapsed time, and then basically they're just doing some calculations at the hours and the remainders for the minutes and the seconds, basically whatever's left over using mod, basically. But yeah, and then there it's also formatted. You can see it forces there to be a leading digit, a leading zero if there's only one digit, but we don't need that. Yeah, no, this is how I would recommend using AI. It's basically like a Google search, but yeah, it's better basically. But this is about the extent that I would recommend that you use it. I would definitely not recommend, asking it to build like something that's like 1,000 lines and not understand any of the lines, not be able to, update it. You're just always relying on AI, like vibe coding. Yeah, I would say that M4A protocol frowns very heavily on vibe coding. So, yeah, this is the extent, like as an assistant to give you a small piece or to kind of help you out. And I think that this is totally fine, totally. So, mm, blank. Okay, so you get our runtime. Just replace these. Do seconds, hours, and minutes. Minutes. Search ran for hours, minutes, and seconds. Yeah, no, that should be about it. But yeah, yeah, and run that. And there it goes. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to need is Selenium, right? So you pip install Selenium. Okay, so now all we can do from Selenium for web driver, get rid of this white. Don't need this anymore. End time's way down there. So now we can go ahead and do driver equals web driver dot from as a prompt, and then we could do driver dot get should be like well yeah https // youtube.com. And we don't want it to continue and exit and stuff. So we have to, one thing that you can do is like while true. And true and false inside of Python is always with a capital letter. You got to have a colon because it has to go to the next line, and we do pass, right? Pass is just like a no-op line. It's like don't do anything. So it's basically just running forever. That's why the stuff grayed out because it's not reachable. So this works. Should go ahead and open up YouTube, and it works. Cool. Here we go. So one step closer to our bot. Okay, so now that we're here, we can go ahead and remove this, and we can use variables with our functions. So we come down here, we'll call it channel channel URL. The chain is a channel if we want to, let's say search channel URL. Search channel, right? It's a channel that we're searching, right? And we'll say that this equals this in quotes, but we need an actual channel. So then we can do .com/secular talk/videos, because that's where we want to be. And then we can pass this into our function. Like this is the definition of the function. So you pass it in there, and you pass it in here. So now when we run it, you see it goes to the Secular Talk channel, right? So now we can basically update this variable whenever we want to look for a different, search a different channel. Okay, so now let's try actually clicking on something. So you can open DevTools with F12. We can just try clicking on the first video thumbnail as an example. One easy way to get, I guess, the CSS or XPath, right? You can right click the element in F12, go to copy, and we do copy selector for the CSS path. YouTube makes it very hard to systematically go through these, but we'll at least click on it, and then I'll show you an easy a way to get past that. So we have this. So we're going to need to import something else, and we will do from Selenium.webdriver.com.py. We'll import it as py. Not like that. Py. Okay. And then we can use it, so we can say, let me see. Video thumbnail equals driver dot get. I also like how it will finish some of the stuff for you. I don't see get. Is it a dot fine element? Yeah, so if you just do dot, since we have the Python extension, it should tell you like a bunch of stuff that you could use, which is why it's good to install the extensions and stuff. It makes honing a lot easier when you know it's, actually possible. So, but yeah, you just want to find element by, and we want to do it by CSS selector, because that's what this is, comma, we put our CSS selector in there, and we just want to try clicking it. You might have to do a wait to click it, but then we just do video thumbnail dot click. We'll see if this works. I have a feeling that it won't, but there might be something that we could do to just get that much to work. So we want to kill our script. It was still running. Control C down here, kill it. Try running it again. See if it's actually able to click that thumbnail or not. Probably going to throw an error. No, it didn't. I guess it was fine. Guess it did it fast enough. But yeah, I just clicked that first thumbnail, which is what we want. But what we really want is to open it in a new tab, right? You want to open the link in a new tab so that we can search. Okay, so now we need to work on actually opening the thumbnail in another tab. One way that you can open anything in any web browser in another tab is just by holding the control key down and left.
So Sam Cedar.
So if you just do that, that would be enough to open the the thumbnail another tab. So let's work on that. In order to do that, we will have to import some more stuff. Selenium. We're going to need from Selenium webdriver.com and that he is that import these. And these names are just really, what you're naming it, right? You could name it whatever you want. There's also like as if you want to give it an alias, but these are basically aliases. Okay, so we need keys so that we can send the control key. That's just a type of key. And we also need something to chain those actions together. It is what chains pressing more than one key at a time. Import chains. So WebDriver common. Is that it? Or pure common dot action underscore chains. Why is that not working? Then I misspelled common. Common, didn't it? I must have. Was there? Oh, I see. There was another M there. Too many M's. No N's. Okay, so now we have that. So now, just do, let's see. Could do actions equal action chains. Put the driver in there. And we can do actions dot key down keys dot control. I guess it just shows you that left control, but doesn't matter which control. That click. We want to click this thumbnail that we were clicking, so we're not going to click it here. Also, want to comment something out, you can just do a pound sign. So we want to click this element that we found, this video thumbnail, but we also want to do that key up because we have to lift the key up, basically. Control tab. Control that perform. Say. Fuck. Okay, so let's see if this opens it in another tab. If we kill it. It's complaining about something. See this purple? Let's see. Now we got to debug some. Damn, that's a lot of purple. We just try it again. Oh, it's just working now. It wasn't working, but yeah, no, it worked and it opened in another tab. Not sure why that happened. Did I not kill it properly? But yeah, no, nothing. Just ran it again and it was just working. I see that these things aren't closing, but yeah, no, it's working and it's opening it in a new tab on its own. So yeah, no, that is working. Okay, so gonna ahead and keep continuing. I'm actually going to take this out and put it into another function. Going to call it back here, obviously, to the front. Def call it search next video thumbnail like, and going to take this stuff out. Fine, review that for pound here, and let me know what it's doing. Just says open, open next thumbnail tab, and actually open thumbnail in a new tab. We can just do. I also like to comment. It helps to let you know what the hell's doing what, and yeah, break off different sections. So new window would equal driver dot window. Not driver one on a spell. Driver dot. Oh, I see. Is not visible here. We should call the driver, or we should declare the driver outside. There we go. Now everybody can see it. Driver not window handles, blah 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 blah. So yeah, this is an array, and if we want the end of array, you could always index the end of an array in most languages just using the -1. Also, we need a colon on this, colon on our functions when we do that, colon on our while loops. Also, if and else statements as well. There's no brackets or nothing, need our colon. So that's our new window, and we just want to do driver dot switch to new window. Okay, that should switch us to our new window, and we would just call this function inside of our other function once we're on the channel. Got our in-kind stuff there. We got this stuff that we're working, which will be our process for going through it. So let's try this. See if it at least switches to the new window. Close. Switch to is not callable. This says it wasn't callable. Is it just because we need to wait? Let's see. It doesn't look like it. It's a good question. Why? Why is it not callable? Oh, I'm missing something. That's what you got. Window. Okay, try that.
So Sam Cedar
It should have said,
went on
like,
the PBD,
that's
Patrick
not a
Bet
function
David
or something.
podcast, and
Okay, so
man, it
if
was
we
fun.
wanted
It was
to
fun.
pause the
So
video
first of all,
after
as somebody
we
who's
got
been
it,
on
let's
this
go.
podcast, let me tell you, he
Where
actually had it
Where the
tough.
Can't even see it. Pause it. Look at this button. This button, and there's a button. Copy, selector, and yeah. So it's play, pause, video. Just do something similar to this. Pause button. Take this, put this in here with our CSS selector. And I will just do pause button dot click. Okay, let's kill that and try that.
I know you all had the conversation of
Right, pause. There you go. Okay, so we need to actually get to the transcript, right? So we have to expand this more button. Oh, this button. Give me copy. Is a selector. Lock. Just says pound expand. I'm not sure if that'll work, but yeah. Expand. Strand. Like this. It's just an ID. That's what that pound shard. I guess we'll see if this works. Expand. There's also the dismiss, that pop-up that can sometimes come up. Not sure if that was there. Okay, let's kill that. Try running it. See if it'll just expand for us.
So Sam Cedar.
Okay. It was angry. It says element is not interactable. Right. So it found the element, but yeah, sometimes I feel like that happens because of the dismiss button. But I'm not sure if I've seen it. Let me just quickly see if it's still there. What if I could just catch the exception and keep trying? Let me see. That wasn't paying
Sam Cedar.
attention if it popped up or not. No, I see no dismiss button at all. Let me just go ahead and try that again.
So Sam Cedar,
No, still broke. Okay. So I did see that. Let me just put this here. Put this on the fan. Run it again. See if I can see this description on an expander.
so Sam Cedar,
Okay. There you have. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it's more concerned about you clicking this thing, which is weird, right? I guess so. So really, I guess what you really need to click is this, which is weird. It's a little deceptive. That ID has a snippet. It's not that. Oh, it's this thing. Description inline expander. So if I come here and copy the CSS selector for this one instead, I don't know, I might still have to include the other one, but we'll see. Try this. Put this here. Yes.
so Sam Cedar,
Yeah, that worked. So that ID, that's kind of up. That's like a bunch of stuff. But yeah, they won't make it all difficult and shit. So now we need to click this show transcript button, right? Yeah, show transcript. Okay, transcript. Better find the button. I see a button here, right? It says button on the element. Sometimes more so than this, you want the element that's actually the button. So let's try the button. Copy CSS selector. See if we can show the transcript. Show transcript. Show transcript. By over me. Okay. Okay. Try that. See if that works. Why aren't you? God damn it. Okay, and go. Let's see if we can show the transcript.
so Sam Cedar,
Element not interactable. Let's see. Web element. This is Python 621753. So I think it means the last one was 53, which is here. The show transcript says not interactable. So it did not like that transcript. Okay, so when I'm not able to get an element, or rather want to keep messing around to see what element they, make the right element anyway, right? Especially Google. Yeah, I come to Cypress, and we haven't covered Cypress yet, but Cypress will be covered in the testing portion in the M4A section. So not in the Jesus section, but in the M4A section and in the testing section. So I can, leave a link to that, I guess, as well as, include the actual CSS if you need, so that you don't have to type it out. Just put it in the sources, I guess. But anyway, Cypress has this cool tool where you can just like click on whatever you want, basically, and it'll just did it for you, and it just gets you the element. What's nice about this one, it gives us a child for all the thumbnails. So we just change this number, and it makes it really easy to click through all the thumbnails. And we also need to show transcript because Google also made that one a pain in the ass. So that was the first one. Let me get up this. Go to the first one and go to the transcript button. Make here this thing gives us just a long ass ridiculous name. And this is what we need for the show. Transcript. So just save that, and then I can go access it on the other Windows account, and then we'll be able to click those things properly. But yeah, I'll include them in the description, or in the sources, rather. And we're back. Okay, so got our selector for the show transcript. We don't need the Cypress.kit, because that's for Cypress. We just need what's in the quotes. Long, ridiculous. I mean, I would think that it's just Google trying to keep people from scraping their shit, but I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little paranoid. Okay, so throw that in there, and then we run it.
So Sam Cedar,
There you go, assholes. Okay, anyway. So, now we need to actually get the stuff in the transcripts. And each one of these transcripts is its own element, just the way that it is. It's an object that has a timestamp with some text. And I think some other stuff, right? Because it's just made that way. Yeah. Anyway, so I think it's just these, just this. Right. Just that. Uh, okay, so when it comes to the transcript, it was slightly different than the other one, if I remember correctly. No, so it has to be that way, but yeah. Search transcript, and we will do select error equals, or is this stuff that we get it? That. All right, that's that. That. All right. Just said a little more. I don't even know if I even need that. Previously, I had also included an ID in front of it, saying that's saying I already had a little impatient. Right. So just explain some of the CSS selectors, right? This is the tag. The tag that we grabbed, right? If it's here, it's pretty much the name of the element or the tag name. You have classes, right? And you have IDs as well. If it has a pound sign on it, it means that it's an ID. But if it were a dot, it would mean that it was a class, basically. And this means that this is the ID, which is the parent element. That's what this greater sign means. The parent element of this element, right? There is some element that has this ID that is a parent element of this element, basically. Yeah, that's what some of these things mean in child. It's like how many children down, or, but yeah, it's just CSS is like a whole other damn language, right? So, yeah. Oh yeah, anyway, he keeps going on that logator and call it see. So select there and this, right? See, let's filter. Because the way that we wave, the way that we get it will be slightly different. Okay, and you could say the transcript lines equal driver white, and I think that's something else we're gonna have to go get. Couple things we have to get from I'm that one driver Eli for that way. Also going to need expected conditions and planning on that one driver that support import expected conditions as easy. Why is it this group web driver away? All it says. Looks like it's typed right. Eh. And that should be the so web driver way driver and there's a timeout. Let's just say a second. Until expected conditions presence of all elements located, because we got to get all the transcripts, and we have our locator, which is guess what? Okay, and I guess just for funsies, let's just try. Well, I guess we do want to do that, right? Just so that as we're searching through, searching through the videos and stuff, it's nice to have something being printed out so we can, as we go through transcripts, we can say how many lines or any transcript lines, basically like that. And to get, what is it? It's like, to get the length of an array in Python, it's like len, you just put it in there, pretty sure. What is it compliant about? No, comma. Print. Okay. So that is that. Aside from that, we want to do for transcript line in transcript lines, right? We're just going to print them just to see, I guess. For now, anyway. Print. It says we're doing a 4 here. We need to have a colon. Okay. Shouldn't need any of this. Let's see if this works.
So Sam Cedar,
Sure. Oh. Web driver weight is not defined. How so? What am I misspelling? Damn it. Web is it? Oh, I have a capital W there. Oh, whatever. Just go, damn you.
so Sam Cedar,
That doesn't quite look right. Does look like it found all of them at least. Or something. Well, it printed out way too much. Wait a minute. I can't just do this. I'm supposed to do dot text. Do I need fucking parentheses to man, every time I look away I can't fucking find my space. Yeah, it's just dot text and there is nothing there. So let's see if we can get to the amount first, right? Oh, right, I see. The amount first. The amount of transcript lines, and then we'll try printing them out. Or I guess I probably should have did that backwards, but
every leap forward starts with
it's going. 650 lines. And now run it again.
every leap forward starts with asking, can we? Can we use genetics to fight cancer? Robots to save a heart from miles away? biology, and psychology to heal the whole.
Why didn't you pause? Damn it! Fucking piece of shit. Okay, no, that's a transcript, right? But we don't need to print the transcript. We would need to search it, right? Okay. Well, that's a good spot to be. Comment this out, see what's actually in the transcript so that we have an example to search for, right? And that way we can be sure that our search actually works. While that's moving, over
Every
here we
leap
got our
forward.
search channel. Let's search text eagles. All right. Zozam Cedar went. Let's do that. Okay. And we got our search text. So now we got a new parameter we want to pass into our function. This thing takes 2 parameters now, and this one takes a parameter to search next because it needs to know what the fuck it's searching for, and the definition will take it. Now it can use it. So now for transcript line in transcripts, transcript lines, if we'll do dot lower, because this just makes it lowercase in transcript line dot text dot lower. Make it all lowercase, so it's case insensitive, put the colon on it. If it is, we'll print match found for jarns. Because if we found a match, we know that it's in the transcript. Return just like, we don't need to finish looping through this shit. Let's just, return will actually kick us out of the whole function. I guess if we wanted to get out of the for loop, we would just do break, right? But, yeah, no, we would actually want to go search the next video. So we would want to do a return. We want to do some other stuff first, right? Save it, write it down, but yeah, whatever. We'll just return. It doesn't matter. We'll replace it. So let's see if we can find our search text. It will say that it found it if it does.
Every leap forward starts.
There it is. Well, took 8 seconds. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now we want to make it not stupid, right? Okay. So we're gonna need to create some files. So you can just name them up here, just at the top if you ever want to change it. Match found file. One of those to a no transcript found file and a progress save file. Sure, we'll do a so you're gonna need to find the three two. Let me just okay batches. No scripts. Okay, so we can also import OS, which I believe stands for operating system, probably. Okay, so when we call this function at our start time, something that we'll want to do is, right, because if we're starting over, we can basically delete files and start over, right? So just if os dot path dot exists match phone file os dot remove match file. Okay. And sure. That it. existing file. Delete it. Oh, I see, and that turns it into a string. I don't know if that's necessary. Okay, so we can just print a message that when we start over, if the file was there, it was deleted. Obviously, we would want to get anything that we would want out of it beforehand. But these will, the progress save file will treat a little differently though. Because that one is always going to get overwritten every time we write to it, so we don't really need to do this, so it's not quite the same. So, right here, okay, so if a match is found, we want to do is open. This is how you open files in Python. We'll do A, which means append. So with append, if the file doesn't exist, it will create it. If it doesn't exist, then it just appends it to the bottom. If it already exists, it will just append it to the bottom here, colon. And this is an alias, but we could have called this whatever we want it to. I mean, this would be here, but yeah, we're not gonna return anyway. Gonna have something in anyway. So we can print just so that 9 minutes catching every just like found, just so it would appear down here. But we also want to save the match to our file, right? So we file that, right? And it's only file because that's the alias that we use. But we could have called this whatever we wanted to. But file that, right? Video number, which doesn't have a place yet. Student 1 plus slash n for slash n for new line. Okay, but we also want to save the URL as well so that we can easily get to the video. Driver.current URL plus slash n. Okay, that should basically be it. Right. Yes. Try returning just in case. Okay, let's see if this file at least gets made when we find our match then.
So
Or just start up
Samseeder,
in the same directory. I'm not complaining about something. Element click intercept. I wonder if that was the dismiss thing. Sometimes YouTube will have like these pop-ups, like advertising something occasionally, but it seems like usually it's only once and then it just doesn't come up. But I hadn't seen it since I started doing this tutorial for the style. So where did this happen? 58. The expand button. I think so. Let me try it again and see if it happens again. If it does, let's see. We'll try to catch it.
Every leap forward starts.
Didn't see it, didn't happen. So we found it. Found match. We printed that out. We have a file. Yeah, and it has the link to the video. We hover over it.
so
Open it.
Samseeder,
And it takes us right to where the match was, where we found it. So that's basically that. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to work on is our outer search loop logic, right? So that we can search for more than one video. All right, we can go ahead and get the CSS that we took for that. for the thumbnails. So we can replace our CSS, this one here, and we'll have to use string interpolation is what it's called. Put F in front of it. And this nth child instead of a 1, which would be for the first video, we want to be able to control this, and we'll need to use a variable. And it'll have to be a global variable too, so like the next video to check. It's a long ass name, but we'll take that. Okay. I guess for now we'll just put it here as an example. Call this a global actually, and you set you declare it's global, you can't set anything to it. We'll just for now say that it is equal to 1. We check the first one. Right? So it's gotta start there, and it's where are we? It's gonna check the first video, and after we find a video, well, even if we don't find a video, right? Even if we don't find a video, you don't want this here anymore. Even if we don't find a video, we will want to do this plus equals 1. All right, that way we can go to video 2, because if we get this far, it means that we did. But I guess we could also do it here since we're returning, because if we return so that we leave sooner, we wouldn't hit it. But I think that we'll also end up leaving this as well. I think there's something else we need to do, but just for now. So, all right, so that we can increment. And our outside logic, when we're coming in here, we go to our thing, and search here. We're going to do all videos searched equals false. All right, has be it capitalized it for me. Nice. So while not all videos searched, what can I do it that way? Oh, I see. While all videos searched is equivalent to false. Can't do it that way. That's too TypeScripty and JavaScripty. Okay, so while all that is like that, we're gonna want to search, but this other stuff is on the outside, right? Okay, so that makes sense. So while all we're gonna be so how do we tell if all of the videos are searched, right? Okay, so we can tell if all of the videos are searched basically if we scroll all the way down and right there's no more videos coming, but yeah, we're gonna need a way to tell to count how many videos are there. But yeah, I just had this up at the top. Thumbnail ID. I think it's just like that. All right. I think we can just do I think we just need to count. We just go put that there, and I think we can just use a regular one of these. I mean, this is an ID actually. This find elements. Call it current video thumbnails equals driver find elements, right? Tab. All right, and then we should be able to just get the length of that. I guess would make sense, right? We come in here, we get the count of all the videos, right? And we'll say like if see next video. If the video that we're looking for is less than, right? Is less than the total length of the elements that we would have found here, right? If it's less than. Because, like, if we're looking for video 1 and there's 20 videos, that means that we, may look at all of them yet. So then we should be able to search. We'll just keep it really simple for now. Okay, so else. All right, still need a semicolon. All videos search tab equals true. Space. Now let's see if this actually runs. Oh, also we have to. So when you don't put global on a variable, the function assumes that it's local, basically. That's the way that global variables work in Python. If you don't say global on a function, inside of a function, it must be a local function. So we actually need to go do this inside of the other function. I didn't do that. There we go. So now it'll use a global one. When it updates it, it's updating a global one. And this, yeah, well, whatever. This function don't even use it. Actually, no, it does. It does use it. Use it right here in the comparison we just did. So yeah, let's see what happens. I'm not sure how smooth.
So Sam Cedar,
run with no exception catchers. We'll see. So I see purple. Unable to locate and count to. I don't think we actually switched back to the other thing. Okay, yeah. We can add another function for that. Because I already know it'll end up getting used in other places. Just close video and switch back to main tab. Define our function, new driver. Close. This is where we're on the video and we want to close it and switch back to the channel. That way we can, put the next video. Window handles 0. Oh, we know it's 0 because the main window's first window will be 0, right? The driver, that's window main window. Okay, so we just want to close this. We try to come back, and it's not going to work. You have to close it and switch back. And then return, I guess. We try that. Maybe it is possible for us to. I mean, I guess it would be more efficient for us to leave this here, because if you find the match, we should leave. So it's probably best to leave this here. If there's something that we need to repeat, we should just have functions. So yeah, if you find it, you close and switch back. If you don't find it, you close and switch back as well. Okay, let's try that.
So Sam Cedar, all right, y'all. Bill Burr's at it again.
Oh, I'm super. That's going.
So former President Barack Obama.
Okay, well, it doesn't have the ability to scroll. Man, that shit's loud. Gosh.
So the
walk. Okay. Yeah. We also need the ability to save our progress, right? So let's set. Forgot that. Okay, let's just make a function for that, I guess. I guess we'll do it for this one. Def save progress lock with open progress saved file. And this is alright because we always we create the file if it doesn't exist and we just overwrite it. We're overwriting the file constantly. We're not appending the file in this case. So that open. Yeah, it should do that. Hey, but uh, right. House. All this last video number. Check. And that'll be our next video. And that'll be our next video to check, right? So we can say that was the last video we checked. Plus / new line. Okay, we can also get the URL, right, of the last video that we checked. And I can just grab those. I ain't gotta fucking type it again. Oh, mother dickhead. Okay. Actually, no. Can use string interpolation. And no, I don't think that you actually need to put quotes around the string. I don't think that matters, actually. So this stuff up here that has these single quotes on it, I don't think that's necessary. I think I might have got that from Gemini not here. But yeah, no, I don't think that's necessary for the strings. Because I think I've done it on other strings. This ain't right, though. Got a mid, an F. Already have an F on it. All right. Would like to also get time. Search start time. We'll have a global search time that we can always that we can use to save for all of our run throughs. Should save time as search start time. Right. So it's unbound. Actually, I'm not sure if you can use globals on a function like this, but I guess we'll see. We'll see. Because it's not exactly the way that I did it the first time. Anyway, our equals. I don't want to have to copy that again. Probably could have maybe put that in a function, but yeah. Might do that after. I think it was running for a while. But yeah, no, and child 1. Oh, 31. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that 31 is the bottom. That's the amount you can get to before you have to scroll. I think it's like 30 videos. So yeah, no, it made it all the way to the bottom. It just needs to be able to scroll now. Let's just go ahead and finish this. Yeah, I'm gonna just go grab those ones. Bang. Pick up it. Mm. So then, is there anything else that I put in there? I mean, I guess there's that, but like after. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can do this unbound. For runtime. I copied that. This is checkpoint time. Okay. Oh, I see what the problem is. It's because I got this global not at the top of the function. I got it inside of here. Like a schmeardo. Actually, no, still says unbound, but yeah, I mean, it's no different than I'm using the other one. But, yeah, let me also declare the other one global, which would be this one, lock, and search time. Call this search start time. Where else is this? H. I'm going to replace. If you do Control H, that opens the replace. If you highlight it, you double click it, Control H, it puts it in this first one. You can paste what you want to replace it with, and then replace it. There we go. No, it's not complaining anymore. Cool. Okay, so got that. All of that seems fine. Let me just add a space there. So also, I think it would be nice to print out, as we're searching these, a video parse time. So let's just do a video parse. Or do parse video. Parse video start time equals time dot time. I guess you would also have to do it here as well. Yeah, but yeah, I might want to break it out into a function, I guess. Otherwise, do an end time. In end time, video parse time equals parse end time minus the start time. And we'll just put this in seconds. It'll never be more than seconds. Right. String interpolation somewhere. Video took blank seconds to parse. And, there we go. And basically what we could have here as well. Tabbed right. Just thinking about it. I mean, yeah, if you just had a function just for this. But yeah, you also don't have to. We also really don't have to care. But yeah. But generally, if you're repeating a lot of stuff, it would be better to put it in a function. That way you can just, call the function, more than once. But yeah, okay, I think that's about it. And we have the thing that saves progress, and we're using our progress file now. Are we actually calling it, though, I guess? Probably not. Control F, it is not called anywhere. So we want to, yeah, save our progress in these two places. Again, with the repeating of the stuff and the thing. Now, let's see if we get a progress file in our printout now. Well, that's not right. The search ran for. I do see the save progress file. Last video number. Oh, is this not right? The search ran for. Yeah, this ain't right. It should be file that right instead of printf. That's the problem. It's printing it out. I see the video took, so we're getting how long the video took. Weren't we also printing out the number of transcript lines? We're supposed to be printing out the number of transcript lines. That'll give you an idea of the difference in the number that it took. So let's kill this. Try it again without the mistakes in it. That And now we got the last video that we parsed, so we can see the progress that the bot's making. And we can also see how long it's been running for inside of our saved progress file. When we have a match, we can see the match with the links in it. And now it's print out that it found that match, all the transcript lines, and how long the videos take. See, this one was 545 lines. Took 10 seconds to go through all of it. But yeah, no, so that is, yeah, it's better than not having anything print out at all. And yeah, and this will be useful in case something did happen and we wanted to resume our progress. Of course, we'd need a way to jump, but yeah, we'll have to get to that as well. Okay, so we're gonna need to add an away scroll. So let's go ahead and make a function for that. Call it def scroll on. And this will scroll to the bottom. So on YouTube, there's a way with JavaScript to scroll to the bottom like this, but on YouTube this doesn't work, so you have to use the N key, and it's next to page down on a full keyboard. Just like using the control key, but it's the N key instead. So yeah, for some reason on YouTube it doesn't work, but yeah. But I think on Stack Overflow it said that it just doesn't work on some pages, but yeah. Yeah, so yeah, colon, and then we just do TRL equals driver dot find element by got tag name HTML king, and then HTML dot send keys keys dot end. Okay, pressing the N key, like if you're on a page and you press the N key, it sends it all the way down. So it's basically all we're doing. Okay, so up here in our control loop, we'll say else. We'll try scrolling down, but before we even scroll down, we will get the height of the page, and we can do current or the bottom of the page, current page bottom equals driver dot execute script return window dot page right offset plus new dot height. Yeah, right. Okay, and then you can scroll down. When you I guess I can include a timeout inside of it, but yeah, you have to allow a little bit of time. Sleep. Let's try 1 second. Just the bare minimums amount where it doesn't break anything, but it's enough that it keeps going. You can always play with it, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Yeah. So we scroll down and then we wait, and then we're gonna get the height after scroll down will equal the same thing. Right. Okay. So now we can finish up the logic to decide if we should exit or not. Although also this should be less than or equal to, right? Because it's the next video we want to check. Like say it was 1 and there was only one thumbnail on the screen, we still want to check it, right? So we check this. We can also re-get, since we've scrolled down, just go ahead and re-get the current number thumbnails, right? And then we can do another check. And this time we can say if it's greater. If the video that we want to check is greater than the number of videos that's available, then we can check if the current page bottom that we got and the height after we scroll down is equal. Because if they're equal, it means that we tried to scroll down, right? We tried to scroll down, but we were already at the bottom. Let's just pretend like this didn't move back up. But yeah, we tried to scroll down to the bottom of the page, right? And yeah, it didn't grow, so they're equal. So they would be equal. And if they were equal, this is when we would want to set this to true, definitely, so that we can get the hell out of here. Okay, so if they're not equal, this would be when we would want to scroll down again, right? You could just scroll down again. If this wasn't true, we would just want to do another search. So just do else search. Here, colons. Okay, let's try that loop logic and see how that does. Kill this. Yes, really, we would want to know if it's capable of scrolling down. Yes, also, we should be looking for Jiggly Puff now that we're getting past all of the fundamental parts. Can't find Jiggly Puff unless we're looking, right?
Jiggly Puff!
I see a Jiggly Puff. I'm so scared.
Well, and I have to wait for this to go through 30 videos. And also, it would use what was here when you started the script. If you change something while the script is running, it's not going to use the updated value. Okay, quit bug, right? We're saving our progress. We're incrementing this before we even save the progress. We don't want to do that. Because that means that, I guess we couldn't get past 30 again. So, I have a feeling that it probably failed before. Let me see. Let's just go search. Yeah, 73. It failed here. So it's in here, right? So it's like it needs to scroll down here. So there must be some kind of weird state, right, where the videos are visible, or Selenium can see them but can't click them. But it seems like it just needs to scroll down here, and I believe I do have that in my original solution as well. So, yeah. So, a quick way to just brute force it, just keep going. We'll just say, male select equals false with a capital F. We'll say while this is equivalent to false, we're just going to keep doing this over and over. And we're going to have to catch this no element exception, right? Okay, so while that's false, we will try. We also need a colon here. While this is false, we'll try this. And we need to catch this specific exception. And there's try catches in different languages. This is basically Python. So if we just want to catch this specific one, then we'll have to import it as well, except this. So if this happens, yeah. So, but if we actually manage to click it, we would want to set thumbnail clicked equals true. So I'm not even sure if we need the other scroll downs, but yeah, we will have to go and get our exceptions. We'll say from Selenium.com that exceptions import don't know as such. I'll I didn't I had that no such element exception. Yeah, sorry. Uh exceptions. Okay. And really we're just gonna want to scroll over and we can print something. Let's just print. Thumbnail not reachable. Scrolling down. Okay. Hey, you scroll down. So if we actually manage to click it, we set it to true, which will break us out of this loop. If we don't, we catch this exception. If we catch the exception, it won't crash the program. And then we'll just try to scroll down and we'll just basically keep continuing. So yeah, I'm not completely sure if this is necessary just the way the page is set up or if it'll get used. But yeah. I guess we'll just keep going, keep iterating. Yeah. I guess we'll see you guys in 30 fucking video searches. Wait a minute, did I catch that other bug and explain that? Yeah, I think I did, didn't I? Right, so there is a bug, right, or it's incrementing the next video before it saves. So the number that it saves is not quite right. So let's just take these and throw these below the save progress. That way the value won't be off like that. Okay, let's get rid of that. Why isn't this running? What happened? Sasha, now that happens occasionally. That happened that one time. Yeah, it didn't work. Maybe because it didn't click properly or something. All right, you gotta wait for it to go through 30 videos. And yeah, I think it should just scroll down. It gets to this part and fails. I just gotta wait for that then. Okay, so that time it only got to 9, and we had a timeout exception. At line 104, where we have this 1-second timeout. And we just need to catch it the same way we caught the other exception so that it will repeat. So, transcript searched equals false. False. While transcript search wait to false. And I do all the stuff. Like we're trying to do this stuff. So we want to catch this exception. Except timeout exception. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, it would just catch it and keep going. If there was nothing else wrong, there's a couple other edge cases that we haven't covered, but we haven't had to cover them yet. So we got our timeout exception now. Again, I'm missing a colon or something. And we need to set transcript searched, and we need to set this to I mean, here, I'll probably just return. Yeah, but we would I mean, yeah, if we return, we wouldn't even really need to set this to true. But I guess if we got to the end of this, we would definitely have to set it right, because then we wouldn't be able to get out. So we would want to set it to true so that if we searched it, didn't find it, we could at least continue on. Let's see, what's your problem? Expected indent. I am not indenting something, right? Oh, you have to actually do something. We need a pass. You have to actually do something for the exception. You need a no operation. You have to actually do something. So that's all. So the rest of that is fine. Yeah, I feel like there's something else I wanted to take care of, but can't remember, but I'm sure it'll come up, right? All right, yeah, the timeout. Let's, where are you? Research the transcript in case we want to use it somewhere else. Oh, and this is, all right, video number. We need to do something about that. Yeah, this should be our next, and the video that we're checking. Because right now we are just gonna correct that, and we will make a new timeout variable. Constant time out. Time equals 1. There you go. Constant. Okay. Now let's try to get to 30. Or get past 30. And we're back already. It stopped at page 9 because it ran into what I think is like one of the 3 last exceptions that we have to deal with, where there's just no results found. That will occasionally happen, and usually you just have to refresh the page. But if you press F12, come to it, you can see that it has this ID called no-results. If we search for it, we can see that it is indeed the only element with that ID. Google likes to use the same ID in more than one place. I gotta be careful of that. But yeah, we can use this. We can use this ID, this pound ID, right? And this is after we show the transcript, right? So we do, or is a shorter one? We'll say this is no, no transcript results equals this down front of out. Ready? Yes, that's select there. We'll just say if, right, if this element exists. Right, we also have to try. We have to do this in a try. If it doesn't exist, right, we would have an exception anyway. So try and accept. Was it the no such element exception? Because it would not exist. Yeah. When I go somewhere to grab something, I like to Control Z to jump back where I was, just undo, and then Control Y to redo it. It's a quick way to jump back where you were. That's what I do anyway. If no transcript, we'll do something else, but except. So if we don't find it, we'll just pass, right? You treat it like normal. But if there is, we want to do a driver refresh, right? And that will reload the page. But we'll have to repeat everything else again. So at this point, I guess we'll have to just add another flag, I guess. Restart search or parse. Well, whatever you want to call it. Not really parsing at this part. Restart. Parse equals true. It's good enough. Restart parse equals true. And we will not do this if restart parse equals true equals false. Then we can do this, right? Colon. And we'll have to stick the whole thing, our whole process, in a while loop. That way that we can continue it, right? And I guess this is going to be on the outside of it. Okay. So we open the video in a new thumbnail. We switch to the new tab. Yeah, this is the part. Yeah, we're on the new tab with video is. We'll say while. Okay, well we need a new Q flag. Call it searched. Searched equals false, and while searched is equivalent to false. We're gonna do all this stuff that we've been doing Right. And we get out of it. Search. Simple search. Okay. Think that should be about it. But yeah, it may not even pop up again, right? But yeah, it's one of the edge cases, one of the last 3 edge cases I think that we have to deal with. But yeah. All right, well, instead of just eyeballing it, I'm gonna just kick it off. What is this? Oh, did I scroll up? Okay, still trying to get past 30. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, yeah, it was faster just to kick it off, restart parse. So, okay, I just set this if, and I set it there, but I never had it anywhere else. Yeah, could just set it to false at the beginning, right? It is a local variable. Equals false. And I think that should fix it. Well, let's see if we get to 1. I think so. It opened up the new tab. Okay, now it's going. So now let's see if we get past 30. Okay, so weirdly enough, it happened again on the same video, but I already know that this video does generate transcripts because I've seen it before, but it's convenient anyway, right? So I think the problem may have just been because it's still running, not complaining. It's most likely just stuck in this loop. I think we can just remove this check here, and we can just put it in here. Okay, except we still do need to jump out of this loop, and we can just jump out of it with a break. And maybe we could be a little bit more explicit about what's happening here. Right. We'll say here, check if no transcript result message appeared. Right. And if we could do that, we can refresh the page, set restart parse equal to true, and then we can break. But I don't know. Do we even need this check then? Or do we even need this variable then? Let me see. What are we doing with it up here? I guess not, because we're in a while loop anyway. So we're gonna come back up here when we refresh the page, pause it, and expand. And we should end up doing the same thing, right? Because we didn't return out of the function and we didn't manage to close it and switch back. So I think we don't need this. We just need the break. I think this is fine. Well, this is okay. Yeah. Okay. None of this. Okay, I don't know if this will happen again, but let's see if it comes up again at 9. See you then. If not, see you at 30. Okay, didn't get didn't stop at 9 or 30, but stopped at 10. It stopped at the expand, and it's because it said the element didn't exist, and there's nothing to catch it. And I think that the expand would pretty commonly do that like once or twice occasionally here or there. So we'll just have to encase it and make it real robust to just keep on going. Expanded. expanded equals false. I, I don't know what the heck I did or what the heck it's doing. Anyway, while expanded is deployment of false, gotta be try. Click it. Accept. Right. Out of pass, but we're gonna continue. Expanded equals true. Right, and the exception we want it to catch. Oh, my output's all gone. There's no such element, right? Okay. Getting more and more bulletproof. Okay. Gonna have to try it again. Oh, I opened up a PowerShell. Or opened up another thing or something. Okay. Okay, let's see where we stop this time. Okay, so there is this issue where it's taking too long. It seems like occasionally it'll get stuck where the transcript just continues loading. But if you bring up Chrome, it fixes it, I guess, basically. But I think also reloading the page would fix it as well. And I think it probably did have an extra uh refresh in there. So we can probably just work that in there somewhere after like too many tries or something. Yeah, because we have to know we've got the key on something, right? It's while we are trying to search it, I guess. The button's already clicked and it's there and it's just spinning and the words and elements aren't coming up to be searched is all. So it just gets stuck in this loop. We don't want so it didn't find this, so it probably just passes right out of this. Yeah, you think that this would hmm. So it might even be wise to just check it in here since we're already doing it anyway. Okay, so I think a simple way to do that is just to like do a refresh and break as well. I mean, to see if we're not getting any transcript lines, basically, right? Um, so yeah, maybe you just have something in between here. Be like if like after a certain number of tries is when we would want to do the okay. Just say attempts equals 0. And we'll just say, right, because if we go through this whole thing in here, we try and we get through all of this. I guess the problem is that we're not finding anything, right? So then why, I guess, is it just waiting forever? It's just waiting forever and this stuff doesn't come. So it would have timed out, I think, is the problem. So I think if we time out, right, if we time out too many times, okay, so we're no longer a pass. Attempts plus equal 1, right? And with that, so again, I guess we're not checking the length because I think that's the problem. So if attempts is greater than, let's say 10, then we will refresh and break and then we can repeat again. And I think that should fix that problem. This should be enough to fix that problem. But yeah, no, the bot, Jiggly been kicking some ass, man. way better than 30. So yeah, it scrolls down just fine on the main page when it needs to. And yeah, I know it's capable in that way, but that was one thing. It got stuck and it was like at 300 seconds, like after I had fixed it. But I think that is what the problem was. Wasn't finding any transcript lines, so it was just timing out. But yeah, we'll just add some attempts there. If the attempts are greater than 10, we'll refresh and break out of it and just try again, and that should be good enough. All right, well, I guess I'll have to restart it then. Okay, so it's stuck at 133. I don't know where it's stuck at because I don't have it printing out anything in too many places, like a bum. I mean, it can't be stuck here because it would refresh if it was stuck here. And the only other while loop we have, I mean, it's already expanded, right? Unless it's no, I mean, it's thumbnail's already clicked. We're on the thumbnail and we're in the new window. This is search. Unless for some reason it's stuck in here. But no, there's no reason. I'm just afraid that if I go to it, it will, unless there's like not a yeah, I just don't want to fix it by accident. There's a transcript button. Ah, that scrolled up and that fixed it. And that took 161 seconds, so not exactly sure why it was stuck. That time the box may not have even been there, but yeah. One way to help figure out like where we are is just to print out some stuff. If we were here, like if we're attempting again, we should just be like transcript cars attempted. Yeah. Times. I mean, the only other loop, I mean, there's this one. And this is just passed. Okay. Couldn't expand. Trying again. Couldn't expand more info. Trying again. More info. Okay. And that helps you debug. Like if it was stuck somewhere, and if it was printing out something, then you would at least have an idea of where the hell you were. But yeah, I mean, it's still going. So, I mean, it just needed help. But yeah, it didn't get very far. So it's still not good enough. Okay, so I think I was able to figure out that issue where it wasn't refreshing properly and it needed some help. So we can go to that. But no, there actually was an exception. But yeah, no, Jigglybot was able to get to 591 videos. Took an hour and 23 minutes and 29 seconds. But yeah, for that problem, actually, there were some other issues I see just looking over it again. Let me see. Where's one for expanding this? We don't need to pass anymore, right? And we're not doing string interpolation, so we don't need that F. Also, coming here where we're searching the transcript, and we have this attempt check, and where we refresh and break, it would be impossible to get here if it was timing out here, because then it would throw the error. It would throw the error, and then it would try again like forever and never, and unless we helped it, which is what I think is happening. So this check should actually be at the top of this try. But yeah, I think that's what it was. Now for this exception, element not interactable exception. Gonna have to copy that. This happened on line 95. Why I moved some lines, but we were trying to expand. I know we were trying to pause the videos, yeah, which is also not even credible what we're doing. But yeah, Yeah, if you want to do multi-line comments in Python, you can do 3 quotes in case we didn't even want to pause as well, because it technically makes it slower, but we can still go ahead and work out how to fix that. Just comment those out. Okay. Yeah, so we have this exception. I do if we wanted to. Yeah. Uh Video pause impulse false while the video pause is equivalent to false. We will try to do what we've been doing, except me to catch this exception. If we catch it, it'll pass, and we don't have this exception anywhere. Oh, yeah, because it's new, come here, comma, new exception. That way, oh, great. If we still wanted to pause it, but yeah, so I think that should cover it. So now I think it should be able to run and pass that, and it should be able to be independent. I guess there's some other stuff we can cover before that, though. Oh, right, and we have to set this to true so that we can actually bust out of our loop of forcefulness, our while loop of forcefulness, just trying to force our way through it. Okay, so something else I wanted to cover was how to actually run this in other browsers. If you come here and come from the dot, you can run it in Edge. You can just select Edge and you just run it like we've done running it. And you can see it opens Edge.
From the #1
now it's just running an Edge now instead. So, yeah. Same is true if you would want to.
All right, guys. So
Well, I think that's that problem. So it should reload. Yeah, see, and that fixes it. So now it's independent. But it kind of seems
So
like
JD
10
Vance, the vice-
times is too many. I wonder if 1 is enough. Because that'll make
right,
it
guys,
take
so we-
longer too. Oh yeah, let's kill this. Oh, good to see that. Glad that was running and I was recording while it ran. Okay, but yeah, there's an option for Firefox. There is no option for Brave. If you would want to do Brave, you would have to do something special. We could come here and say from let me dot wild driver dot from dot options or options. Okay, and then we could do Brave options equal options, and then we just have to do leave the path. We can get the path phrase path equals quotes, and we put an R in front of it, so it's the backslashes will be read normal. So we can come here to Brave on the desktop, do properties, get this path for the executable, just put that image, put that in there. There we go. And then we can do to take our Brave options, and we just have to set the dot binary. Yeah, it's already telling me binary location to this path. And then when we make our driver, we can do options equals our Brave options. So now let me run it. It should run with Brave. But yeah, we can also yeah, 10 is too many. I wonder if 1 would be enough. Like, just go ahead and refresh. Maybe could experiment with it and just see how that goes. The attempt is greater than 1. Um, let's just whatever. Let's just try 1, I guess. Okay. Cool. So now if you run it, it should run with Brave. Let's check that. Yeah, and now it runs with Brave.
We are not a traditional cafe.
So yeah, that's how you would get it to run with any browser.
All right,
that you
guys.
would
So
want, really.
Sam Harris went
Okay,
viral
at the new
on social
transcript,
media
press
here
one.
because he
Yeah,
had
no, that
some
was much
commentary on the
faster.
current state of politics, but
Just
more
saying
importantly,
once. So yeah, now.
So
maybe
JD
one
Vance, the
time
vice
is,
president.
maybe once is enough. So cool, yeah.
All right, guys. So we got to talk
And
about
this
what's
way, if you have it in a different browser, you could just mute that specific browser. But yeah, no.
All right,
yeah,
guys.
there's something else I want to actually cover as well before we kick it off in earnest. Okay, so since we're only doing the one attempt here, we can go ahead and clean this up. Should be like some space in between there. But yeah, we'll just refresh the driver if that exception is thrown, basically. We'll say, and we'll just print that the transcript wasn't available. Transcript wasn't available, refreshing, and trying again. And we'll try that and see how smoothly that works. Okay, so just two more things to cover before I kick it off again. Let's just get rid of this. That line doesn't need to be there. Okay, so let's say we want it to run bots in parallel, right? You might be wondering how to do that. So pretty simple. Come over here, add a new folder. We'll call this bot1. Enter new folder. I'll call this bot2. We can copy our scripts into bot1 and bot2. And for bot2, just say instead of Jiggly Puff, we're looking for Wiggly Puff. Right. So now, open up some more terminals. CD bot1. You can use our same command, and that'll run bot1. Come to this one.
Okay, if there's one AI site
It'll
builder
let me go. We just mute that. Thank you, Brave. Okay, and you open up another terminal, and you see bot2, and then we run that, and now we can look for. Now we can search for both of them at the same time. See that this one's running and that one's running. So not only can we search for Jigglypuff, but we can search for Wigglytuff at the same damn time.
I came looking for.
Okay, but searching in that way is actually dumb, right? This is the last thing we gotta cover before I can kick it off again. So, because we're searching the same channel, it makes no reason to have two bots searching the same channel. What we should do is have search terms, right? Instead of search text. So we will rename this to instead of search text, it's search terms. Okay, so instead we'll do Jigglypuff and Jigglypuff. In case it's one word and has a space in it, but we've already said that it's in case sensitive, so it's not gonna matter. Okay, so we do that instead. And so now, when we come here and we're doing this, we have to add another for loop because, we have another array to go through for search terms in search terms. And we gotta replace this one, search term $. And we gotta scoop this over. And that's it. So now we're searching for terms instead of just a text. And that's pretty much it. So now, you need to remember that we have 3 scripts now. That was mostly just to show you how to run them in parallel. But yeah, so now just kick it off again, and now let's see how far he gets, and we'll see. Because there should still be a couple, at least one other edge case that we haven't covered yet. So we'll see that when it comes. Okay, so yeah, Jiggly Bot ran for an hour and 55 minutes, 19 seconds, but it's stuck. And these are the your discretion videos, right, that don't have transcripts because of their nature, right? The description and everything. But yeah, this was one of the last edge cases I was talking about. So we'll have to add something for that. And now's the time definitely to add something to skip, right? We don't want to search stuff where we didn't find anything anyway, right? We have no matches. No matches at all. So, okay. So when we come onto the video after a new tab, or we switch to the tab, we're going to want to do a check before we even do anything, right? So if we come here and press F12, try to see what's different. Come in here, do a search for, I already have an idea of what is in there, but see age, restricted. Let's see, where is the, yeah, this, something up there, but yeah, this element, this meta element with this property, OG, restriction age, content 18 plus will appear wherever this is happening. So we can just look for that. And we can look for that when we switch to the new tab. So we can do a comment, skip age restricted videos that don't have transcripts. Okay. Try age restriction property. Property. Oh, right there. And we will use XPath for this. XPath. So XPath, we can do // if we know the meta. Meta is the name of the element tag. Do meta. Then you can do brackets. Those like this, and we just want to target the property, right? And it's called property. So the meta tag that has property, I'm going to just copy this just to be extra safe. Can't spell for shit. But property is equal to this. Where property is equal to that. Already in the thing. It's like if this. So now we can do this, no knots, but yeah. If this will be wet open, and now we can write no transcript, no transcript file. And we will want to append at the beginning. We're already deleting it as file. A video no transcript yeah skipping video okay do that now file free video number so we know what video number we're doing. And that's the next video. You can check this. And I'll do a new line /n. One copy this and write all of the We also need the URL driver dot current URL /n. Okay. Then we can go ahead and increment this plus equals 1, so we're going to be leaving. I also need to close the video and switch back. And after we do that with the page, need to catch an exception, right? For all the other times it's not going to be there. Just accept no such element, because it wouldn't be there. If so, we just pass and just do what we normally been doing. Okay, so yeah, have a video parse time, but I guess if we, right, I guess there's no reason to save it if we're skipping. Don't really have to worry about it. But yeah, now we just want to be able to jump, right? We want to be able to jump. Start video equals 1, or which we don't want 1. We'll do 590, right? And we'll pass in our start video, and we'll just say, pass it up in here. As simple as that. So I don't think we really shouldn't have to change anything else. Let's just go ahead and kill it and see if it'll start scrolling down. Looks like it, yeah. But it must be using the initial scroll down stuff, and then now it got to the thumbnail one because it was scrolling. But yeah, I guess it must have jumped out of that and jumped there. But yeah, no, it's doing what it needs to, and that was pretty simple. So yeah, now it will go until it gets to 590, and then we'll see how far it can get now. Also, I don't think this if check is necessary, because if line 98 were to run and it didn't find it, that's when it would throw the error. So I don't think it's actually necessary to do this, so it won't. We'll just come back this way. As well just return here. There we go, and we'll just do that instead. Okay, so there was another exception. Let's go ahead and catch it. I think this should be one of the last ones, or it's like really bulletproof. Is at 128. I was trying to expand, and I think that this is the issue with that pop-up that can come up sometimes, but only once, I think. But if we just catch it, right, just want to add another one, you can just do that, or do you have to, what do you have to do? Is it without the comma? And we haven't had this one? Click intercepted. And now do we need wait, pausing? Is it now the comma? Or do you need, or does it have to be in like an array or something? All right, well, it seems like it's taken it in parentheses. So yeah, I think that should be it, but it may not actually fix it and make it suck, but it won't crash. At least it'll catch it. It'll just keep trying to expand, but it may not be able to. But at least we'll be able to see it and then debug it then. So, but yeah, it doesn't take too long to scroll down the 590. Let's see, it's 147. How long, Jiggly Puff? How long does it take you to get down there? I guess only 42 seconds. Just got there and ran into an issue. So less than a minute to resume the game from where it got messed up at. Okay, let's see if it at least gets past the no transcript part and makes a file. 3 seconds. See, there's that dismiss thing, and see, there it's stuck. And it can't because it needs to dismiss this. I think it's really a one-time thing, but let's just go ahead and take care of it. Ah, damn it, it closed. Okay, well, I already had it, so I'm gonna just go ahead and type it in. Let's see, where is that dismiss button? Okay, so enter bot. Just want uh before we try to expand it. And it's really just like the other thing, like the age restriction. Like it may or may not be, but yeah. Oh, sure, let's just kind of copy. This won't be the same. We're not writing to a file. This must pop up if it's there. All right. And this pop up is what by CSS selector, and it is ID this mess button parent of YT button shape button. Okay, because I already had the answer and this should work. Okay. Dismiss pop up button. All right, so if we get the button, right, then we will want to click the button. But if it doesn't exist, hopefully this isn't time, right? Maybe this is really just something we should be calling if we get stuck in here, I guess. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Probably safer to do that. Okay, so we'll just dismiss the pop-up button if it's there, and that way we can stay in here inside of this. And we would just keep trying. So let's try that. And see if we get past the pop-up if it comes. Get past 590, get the transcript like we're supposed to get. Okay. Let's try and there's a pop-up. Ah, it killed it. There we go. It killed that pop-up. Have a message for it. Front. Pop-up killed. What the heck is scrolling down on the video? That is not right. It didn't switch back. Okay, there must be something where I didn't switch back. Why is it scrolling down on the video? That wasn't right. Okay, and I guess I missed what was wrong. Okay, so why would the video not have closed and switched back, or did we not even search it yet? Because that scrolling down part, I assume, is would have to be here if it were stuck. But I want to assume that it's related to something that I recently did. But yeah, I'll have to figure that out. Okay, so real quick. Yeah, there was another exception that we missed. Can get that. And that was when it was trying to dismiss the pop-up at 135. So we can just catch that, right? We don't want it to stop us for sure. But also looking over the recording, it looks like that dismiss stuff for the age restriction. Yeah, it looks like it, because I seen it print and it did make the file and save the video, 592. But yeah, it printed and it kept going. But now we have our close video and switch back to main tab. But it seemed like that didn't work for some reason. It returned. It just came back. So yeah, the phase are sure. Yeah, I don't have to do this if I'm even using this. Yeah, I guess that's 592. Maybe let's just not that one. Jump to 592 explicitly. That way we'll know for sure. That was similar. Great, let's try that. I took care of that dismiss function. Uh, it just got to actually get past the age restricted no transcript video. And I might want to revisit this scroll down logic in the beginning, see if it's actually necessary, but we'll see that later. Okay, yeah, no, it did not, did the same thing, so it's being consistent. It didn't click it didn't dismiss the pop-up either. Okay, so is there another, oh, is that the problem? Let me see, am I inside another loop? No, I'm not. Oh, I see. I returned. Wait, no, okay, no, I returned out of the function, right? I'm not breaking the loop, but yeah, no, you should just return. Should just leave, but it didn't dismiss. So I wonder if the scrolling down that it's doing this from this. We're saying the next video that I want to check is, so I'm not sure we skipped it, so it would have increased. But it should have switched back. Why? Why did it not close the video and switch back? That's right. Over here, closing it. Run it again. Why is this? Wait a minute. Is it? There's no parentheses on my function. I think that's the only reason why. That is some silly shit. Wasting time trying to figure out what the hell's wrong. I don't think any of this stuff mattered. So I'm going to kill it. And then I'm going to try again. Yeah, I think that's all it was. But yeah, I wish there was an error or something. I think that's all that was wrong. Let me go remove this. Okay, trying it again. Now I think we should be able to get past it. Already passed up this. So yeah, hopefully that's good enough. Good enough to be bulletproof. There. There we go. Now it's working and now it's continuing. And that's exactly what we wanted. Okay, cool. So, okay, now I'll let that run and, yeah, I think that should be about it, but I guess we will see. Okay, so Jiggly Puff ran for another 2 hours and 42 minutes, but stopped at 1482. It didn't crash, but it's also not printing out anything. So the only place that it could be is trying to pause a video, but that's the only section, the only inner while loop. Like we have our outer search while loop and our search next video thumbnail function, and we have like our inner ones. This one has no print, right? So I think it must be here, but honestly, we could just do the same thing we've been doing, just refreshing and breaking out of our inner while loop if we got stuck too many times, right? Trying to pause. But honestly, we also don't really need to pause, right? Because I think it really only makes it slower and take longer. But if I see this here, I need to do this. It's wrong. So now there's no way it could get stuck pausing. If it did, it should refresh and break. So this would fix it. But yeah. Okay. So still no matches. We have also a bunch of no transcripts. So let's just go ahead and save these somewhere. Put them in a spreadsheet. Yeah, so keeping track of that time right now as we're working out the final bugs. I'll just put these here. Say, oh, transcript. Okay, so since we got this far, 140, we can restart about one from there then. So now won't pause anymore and should be more bulletproof. But yeah, it shouldn't take too long to get back up to there. It took, 42 seconds to get back to 590. There's like 2 minutes, 30 minutes to get there. So yeah. Okay. Now it should hopefully be able to go all the way. So let's see what happens. Okay, and we're back. And Jiggly stopped at 3,279. So pretty far, pretty damn far. This is a bug. This is supposed to be a link, but it's fine. Simple fix, right? It's because we are closing and switching the video and then saving progress. We need to save progress. Or we close it and switch back. We need to just save progress before every minute, and that should be enough. And that should fix that problem. So this bug that we got, read timeout error, another one we'll want to catch. We scroll up. Like you see this stuff, like these aren't our files, right? Some library.py files. You scroll up, find our files. Selenium.py 98. And yeah, it bombed here trying to see if there's an age restriction, and the page is stuck in a very weird state. So I think a very simple way to do this is to do something before, and we can just do what we did. I think that's totally fine. There's probably some more explicit ways of dealing with it, like, oh, this is definitely the thing that we want. Like, page better be ready than refresh or blah, blah, blah. But yeah, get our exception, read timeout error. And I guess let's just, oh, I already have that. Let's just verify that refreshing actually would fix it. It's like stop and refresh. Refresh. Oh, I don't know if refreshing would have fixed it. Don't know, but I guess for now we'll put this anywhere. But anyway, but yeah, it seems like maybe it probably wouldn't have. Very nice. While page ready equals false. Video page ready. Page ready equals false. We'll try this, and if we actually get past it, we set it to true. It's true. It would just pass, and it would just keep coming back, right? Okay, and the read timeout error. Huh, where's that at that I'm not using it? Did I start using it and then didn't? Oh, I have it commented out, that's why. Why is the swipe? Is this not an error I can catch? Seems like it's a different type of exception. Error related 3 exceptions. Maybe it's not quite like Selenium. So this may not work. Oh, is it? not just because of that, is it? No. Yeah, I don't know if it'll catch that. Don't, no. Have my doubts, but I didn't even see it before. But yeah, it also seems like refreshing wouldn't fix it. But yeah, no, it's run for 5 hours. But yeah, let's see if does this even run or does it come? Oh, wait, fuck. Can't, yeah. Import name. Yeah, no, it doesn't. And we don't even want to do that. We have some data and shit we gotta record. Did I do that? 7. Video, how'd that get there? That's 7. Did I do that? I'm not sure. I might have. It looks like I might have. All right, so let's make a copy of all our new no transcript stuff, right? Right under there. And we actually got a match. Let's go see. Venus Prayer. The cliches. Jiggly Puff's definitely probably here. Jiggly Puff. Ah, shit, there it is. Okay, we got one. Cool. Okay, let's just go save this in our matches. Record our data. We took what? It only took us 155 seconds to scroll to about 1500 when we were resuming. All right, doing this again. This ran for 5 hours, 29 minutes, 25 seconds. And it stopped on 3279. So I'll have to see how long it takes to get back up there. And then, yeah, run it again. But yeah, didn't see that error before. Really weird. But yeah, it seems like refreshing may not even fix it. But yeah, it ran for 5 hours. I've definitely seen it run for way longer and not seen that error before. So yeah, okay. So let's just, I guess, maybe look into it next time. We'll keep going. I'm just going to comment it out for now. Still got a lot of ground to cover and other shit to get on to. Okay, so we'll just leave that there for now. And we'll have to just found. Now it's gone. Okay, cool. Let's make sure. So we saved everything. Got our match. Got our no transcripts. Got our data. So now, let me run it. Let's make sure that it'll take a while to get up there to even save the progress, right? Yeah, and if it took 155 seconds last time, probably take like 4 minutes or something to get there. So, just wait for that. Oh, I did not even tell it to, didn't give it the new number, right? We want to start from 3279. 3279. Jigglybot, go. Okay. So now we need to figure out how much time it takes a scroller. Okay. 6 minutes and 45 seconds. Now we just let it run. Okay, so I looked into catching that error. Let's just try this. Seems like we should just be able to copy this whole thing right here, and then we can just import. Or really, this should also work. Just do that. Copy this. Read time error, and I will just import. And it's not a Selenium error. It says from import. And time error. We'll just get rid of that, and then hopefully this will work. Okay, and if this happens, right, we have the read time error, I think we should just close and return, basically, right? We don't want to skip the video, but we will want to try again, but refreshing doesn't work, so we'd have to close and come back in and try to open the thumbnail again, but hopefully that would fix it. So let's see if this works. So if that happens, read timeout error, then we can close it and switch back. So we will try that, and now we can kick it off again. Yeah, because it did happen again. Right, and we don't want this. We want to be able to fix that. So, all right. Now let's try again. So, okay, got another error, which this one isn't that surprising. We got the no element exception error, which is what it gets when it's not there, which makes sense. Yeah, so maybe it would be better to combine these. I saw that I could just do this. Because we'll pass if there's no such element. But if there's a read time error, then we can close it and completely return. Hey. Hey, put this here. All right, don't have to do any of that. That's a little cleaner. I think this should work, but I guess we'll see. Yes, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, and we're back. Ran for 6 hours and 20 seconds. Even longer, but another exception. No such element. This time online. 146, and it's in our show transcript. So, yeah, no, it's like that. So we could do the same thing we were doing up here, I guess. Yeah, if there's yeah, brand transcript shown equals false while transcript shown is equivalent false. We get to do this stuff. We have to try this stuff. Try. Think out, but no such element, right? And if that happens, then we should take the same approach of closing the video. And I guess we should eventually get past it. So we're showing the transcript. If there's an exception, we'll do this. There we go. Okay, that should be about it. Now let's go get our data. No transcripts, right? Didn't get any more matches. No matches. And this took 6 hours, 0 minutes, and 20 seconds. It will have to get the time that it takes to get back up there. 4938 should be a couple minutes probably, but 4938. So if we take this, you can just continue again. And put that there. Okay, hurry up. Okay, you're ready to kick off again. Keep thinking it's fully bulletproof, but just gotta catch all these edge cases that don't pop up. Oh, there we got that. We got all our shit saved. There were no matches. All right, just got to figure out how long it takes to get there, and I think that should be it. Okay, let's see how long it takes to get there. Okay, we forgot to set this to true. I told myself I wouldn't forget again, but yeah, I'd be forgetting. Still not there yet. Transcript shown equals true. But yeah, you're going to have to kill this. It'll never get out of that loop. Okay, now let's see how long. Now I don't think I fucked up anything. This would be good. Okay, I made it to the video and searching it. 300 lines after we search it, and we get our time. For how long it took Jiggly to get back down. Almost 5,000. 11 minutes and 27 seconds. There we go. Now, 11 to 60 seconds, right? Plus 27, 687 seconds. Okay, and now we can let it go. I think all of our sections have while and tries and accepts, except for the switch to new tab. So hopefully that is it before something catastrophic. But I guess we'll see. Okay then. Let run. Okay, none of that's working. Still running out of memory. So there is something that we can another approach that we could do. Okay, we will call it the backwards search. True. We want to do a backwards search. Okay. So we come here when we open everything over here. Search. This is when we open it, and then we need to decide if we want to do a backward search or not. Then we would just say if back. Make that W small. Backward search. Backward search, and then we will do all this video on the button. Right, and this is another one of those buttons that's like a pain in the ass to keep very like that. And element CSS selector. And then we have hint child 3 and other chip container and text. And if the thing that is display, and this is like way in the beginning, it will just want to click it. And then this should give us a reverse search. Right. Backwards. Backwards. Okay. So we can just do that. And I think that should work. And what we can do, right? We can take our backwards search and we're going to want to feed it. I don't think we found it in here, but yeah. Feed it to our other function as well. That way we can print it out in our save file. All of these search video thumbnails. Wonk. Let's see if I got all these yet. As well, with the backward search now, when we save progress. Actually, I guess we can just do it in here, right? I have a file for this. And just say backwards search, and this will say if it's true or not. Okay, let's try this and see if this works, I guess. See if you'll go backwards. Nope, complained. Invalid selector exception. 86. Okay. It can be this. I didn't have. Was there another? Kind of hard to tell now when I clear it. Invalid. And where is there? It is. So 46 is it? Okay, they say that this is invalid. Oh, it's supposed to be a 3, not an E. Was that it? Let's see if we can get a backwards search. Oh, but also, let me kill this. We also want to start from a 1 now. Since we're doing a backwards search. Okay, click, there we go. So now we're searching backwards. And when it's done, you get a new file that has some more info on it. There it is, backwards search equals true. It's all right, we will do the backwards. What the fuck was that? Always something. Okay. Element, click intercept it. Who had their click intercept it? Because we're right past the backwards search part, right? So it's like, what the hell? 163. This really? It was intercept. The show transcript button. I guess maybe that's a good time to restart. Guess not using this anywhere. But yeah, I'd like so early. Element click intercepted. Isn't this what I just put? Element click intercepted exception. Yep, that's what this is. Okay, what did I do? Let me show the transcript. There's no comma and there's no parentheses inside it. Parentheses and that. Okay, trying to do the backward search again. You gotta work for at least a minute. Damn. Okay. Now I think it might be fine. This is not going up. So I think something's wrong. Why did that just go up? Oh, was it because we kept restarting and trying again or something? 62. So I got 43 lines, 62 lines. All right, I only see 3 of them. Might have been restarting a couple times. Okay, I think we're good now. So let's look for Jiggly Puff in this direction. Okay, so was having some memory issues, and there's really no way to refresh or get past that in the bot. But I come to system information, something I've seen on Windows, where the amount of available memory is nowhere near the amount of total physical memory that you have installed. I want to fix that. It's kind of worked for that. If you open a run, msconfig, boot, make all boot settings permanent, the advanced options. I can click maximum memory, re-click it, and then he comes back in. Now we do that and reset. Then hopefully we should have more than 27 gigabytes available. I guess we'll see. Okay, so with those updates and changes, now our available physical memory is 117 instead of 21, right? Before, the task manager was constantly saying we were using 71% of our memory. Now it's down to 9. So now that should give Jigglybot more than enough memory. Okay, well, it stopped again, even in the backward search. It only got to 15, almost 1600. But no, it seems like it's way worse. I had a slightly different approach with the previous Jigglybot. So going to try running that and see if it's a little bit more stable. Okay, so gonna go back to my original Jigglybot. It's slightly different, but all the principles are the same. But I could have sworn that it didn't have that memory leak issue. Yeah, like one thing, I don't know if it matters. I had actually downloaded my own Chrome driver, but yeah, I think that if you don't, Selenium gets it for you. But I don't know. I just know that I wasn't having the same problem, so I'm just gonna try this. Try the Selenium. Okay. All right. And this one seemed like it would at least get to 8,000 before it run into those memory issues. But yeah, I guess we will see. Just gonna keep on chucking at it. Okay, so not want to make this any longer than it has to be. This is more than enough. Enough examples of working through at least one build through it, at least, right? So yeah, anyway, right? we had our forward run, really only able to get up to 8,036 before it crapped out. Satisfied with that number at least, right? And we had one match, right? Just
Dennis
this
Prager
one.
is rough.
Blah 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 blah. Okay. Anyway, going backwards, so we actually had 8 matches. Yeah, 8 matches. So yeah. And we only and weirdly enough, the video that ultimately stopped on was the same number, which is really weird. But yeah, I'm sure it's still related to memory. But yeah. I guess one thing to note about that is that going forward, that last video only got back to 2019, and going backwards, we only got up to 2016. So there's like over 3 years, over 3 years that we didn't cover, right? And I'd also like to point out, like in the Jesus section, this link here, that's this video, right? That was in 2017, and that's in between there, right? I ain't even used Jiggly Puff to find that one, so clearly that tells me that in between there's probably still some Jiggly Puffs in them there hills, right?
Jiggly Puff!
In them dire hills.
But I mean, we got 10 in total, so I mean, we could probably just stop there.
You're not gonna stop there!
Okay, so in the next video, we're going to quickly discuss how to do all this using an API instead. So I will see you then.